Hey guys, this is Neil, and I'm here with Connor and one of my close friends, Sam, today. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Connor from Strictly Broken TCG.
Hello, my name is Sam, and I haven't blogged about trading card games for like 4 years.
Alright, so today we're discussing Gurren Lagann. It's been about a week, I'd say, yeah, about a week, 5 or 6 days since the set came out, and our goal is basically just describe the set and maybe give it a rating at the end, see how good it is. If it needs another set, maybe in the future, be sure we could think about that. All right, let's get on. So we're gonna start off with the yellow double R's, because most of the decks are basically made of double R's, and yeah. So we got our Yoko Brainstormer. Uh, it gives center 500 and untargetable during your turn, and then it's a tap two Brainstormer that searches for Gurren, and I believe it's just Gurren. Yep. Uh, we then have our 1-0 combo for yellow. Gains 1500 during your turn if you have another Gurren character. Uh, Climax combo on reverse. Uh, if you reverse with the climax, you can search your deck for one Gurren character. And then when this card is attacked, if you have two or less cards in memory, you can send the memory that turn only. Um, we got the 3/2 Yoko early drop, two or less, -1 level, pretty standard. Uh, when it comes into play, you could heal one, and then this is one of the cooler effects on it. On attack, you could choose one of your other characters, and that character gets on reverse, pay one, discard one, burn one. Uh, and finally, we have a guy that I have no idea what his name is, but he top checks three on play, and he lets you add a card to your hand without showing your opponent. And Climax combo, pay one, discard a card. At the end of the card's attack, if you have the Climax, if damage was cancelled by this card, you could choose a King Kitan, which I don't think we have on the list. Sorry, guys. And free
Oh,
play.
what?
The King Kitan.
Wait, why don't we have it on the list?
Oh my
Because
god.
it's like a 0-0 vanilla beater. Like
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's a 4K for tier
Yeah,
list.
4K to 2 or less. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get confirmation on what the climaxes are, by the way?
They are both shots.
Both? Both shots?
They're both shots.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
Oh.
yeah. So
But Yoko Brainstorm is relevant. The hexproof because you can stack like a billion burn effects on one dude, and then just make him hexproof.
Yeah, it's pretty true.
yeah.
If you play the trial deck 3/2, he also has on reverse pay one, ditch one, burn one. So you can play him with like two Yokos, Giga Drill Break. So you go like swing on reverse, pay one, ditch one, burn one, pay one, ditch one, burn one, pay one, ditch one, burn one. Encore step, burn four.
Yeah.
That's
It's on that
great.
one guy, and they can't anti-damage him.
That's great.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they can still like stack counter and stuff like that to get around the on reverse
Yeah.
if they
Uh,
have it.
The level one
I'm sorry.
combo is relevant because it does combo with the 3/2, I believe, that we're gonna talk about in the next slide. It's a 3/2 summon.
Yeah. Downside being the send to memory part is mandatory.
Yes.
Oh, rip.
No matter what kind of attack your opponent does, so they can just like
Yeah.
side attack and he goes to memory.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
you still minus
the
you
soul.
still take the soul
Yeah.
cost down. Yeah, but
Can you can never keep him around because like
yeah, it's kind of weird.
Aaron and Ariri, you can like the opponent, then you can just not bounce them, and the opponent crashes. But with this guy, they can just swing in with like, and it sends your comment out of memory.
Yeah.
Meaning you also can't like recur the combo over and over again.
Yeah, you can't.
Because once they're in memory, they're just gone. So you get like
Yeah.
maximum 4 uses of the search.
And it's only 6K, 7K with climax? Not that much either.
That's like
What-
pretty standard now, though.
Pretty normal
It's
size. But
standard,
like
but it's not it's not ideal or
the
anything.
really good combos are the ones that are like way bigger than normal. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Or
not really-
or it doesn't reverse at all because this
Yeah.
card doesn't
You
even
do-
reverse.
of a self tap to pump 15 into him from the trial deck,
Uh-huh.
and a 1500, I think, that you can summon at level 1.
Uh-huh.
Or I guess relevant.
Yeah. How many
It's kind of
brainstorms
terrible
does
though,
it
because
have
then if you
access to
comp,
besides the Yoko?
there are storms. There's the Yoko. There's another double rare brainstorm that we'll get to, and there's the draw brainstorm from the trial deck.
Alright. And the draw is tap self. Is the other one tap
The
or
other
tap?
one is tap self as well.
Ooh. That makes Yoko a little bit more awkward then.
Playing her, you're just playing her because A, she searches, and B, she gives hexproof.
Yeah, I think the hexproof it's down to like how useful you think the hexproof is gonna be.
Hexproof is generally more relevant now especially in JP meta. From at least from what I've seen, there's a lot of sets. Maybe not here in our area, but I know in Japan, like 95. Well, not 95, like 25%. I'm sorry, my numbers are off. Like 25% of the people play Kimono Friends, so hexproof can be extremely relevant.
Off the rest counter.
Yeah, so
Sucks. this Yoko brainstorm doesn't even block Megumin clock kick.
Well, that's true. That's so
Proof
sad.
during your own turn.
Yeah,
Oh.
wow, that's awful.
that's
Wait.
horrible.
Wait, this doesn't even block on your opponent's turn.
No, it's
Wait,
just
that's a
your
lot-
turn.
Wait, that's a lot worse.
Block
It's-
counter step. You
it's-
only block counter step interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot worse actually.
Oh my god.
And like, I think the important stuff is counter step, but
I mean,
yeah,
the
your
important
opponent
stuff,
can,
but
like-
it is actually just strictly worse.
yeah.
Isn't Mako both turns, or am I?
Yes, Mako is both turns.
What the
Yeah.
heck? All right, sure.
Brainstorm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Let's head on to the next to the red double R's. Or
Yeah.
sorry, green double R's.
Green
I
color.
put them in order, so
Yes.
actually some of the best double R's in the set. Start off with the Nia. Nia is just on play, put the top card of your stock into your clock. Not pay one, clock one, but essentially it's you'll know what you're clocking. You don't
Yeah.
get an extra card out of your deck.
I mean, generally that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you do, you can search a level 1 or lower. This card is pretty good. And we have the 0/0 Suicider. That's come and play, pay 1, discard 1 to salvage any character. And then clock Suicider. Both green double R's are actually very good.
Yes.
I'm very
This gives me
surprised.
Star Wars vibes.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. And I just want to talk about the stock to clock cost payment. It's generally better just because you have the off chance when you're using traditional rekis, where you pay one, you clock yourself. The card that you clock ends up being one of your search targets. So, like you can definitely like miss out on search
Yes.
targets like that. But this one guarantees you that you won't, which is good.
I think like the only
Yeah.
downside behind this card is when you get a Riki with one card left in deck, you gotta pay one,
Well, yeah, but
clock
that's
one,
so
and then you can
fringe,
search.
Though.
Yeah, I know.
That's such a fringe effect.
I know, but like it's like the only relevant time where not milling the top, like not clocking the top card of your deck is relevant.
Yes.
That and I think this card's actually better than Ariki as well because you don't hit climaxes. You don't have a higher chance of hitting climaxes unless you triggered a climax, which
Well,
you
I mean,
could.
You have the same chance.
Yeah.
Well, no, because like you know what you're going to clock.
Right, but the chance of the last card you triggered
Yeah.
and the card that you clock, the same chance of being a climax.
Yeah, I think Neil's trying to say you don't
You know
incur
beforehand whether it will be a climax or not, but
Yes.
it's still the same chance of it like having to be a climax.
well you actually don't incur an extra chance of double climax. It's basically
you can't double climax.
Yeah,
on
you
this.
can't double climax. Whereas a traditional Riki you could.
Yes.
All right. So let's go to the other card. I think the other card is also really good. Pay one, discard one. Salvage is in general a really good effect right now, especially when it salvages everything in the set because it's not trait restricted, and I think it is Gurren trait. If I remember correctly, I think every single card is Gurren trait.
I'll check for you right now. It is.
Yeah. So actually, just like salvage effects are really good right now, and being able to pay out a stock at level 0 can be even better. I know sometimes people just go ham, but being able to pay out stock at level 0 is relevant in situations where you do trigger that climax on first attack and need to pay it out. Or if you need to pay out 2 stock, you could do this and the Riki. So,
I think you probably have enough other stock outs.
At level 0, maybe like the brainstorm, but that's kind of it.
I mean, that's a big part.
Yeah.
Stock outs at 0.
Yeah, Riki and brainstorm.
Yeah, usually in decks that have
brainstorm, so there's like no.
You don't need drop searchers or drop salvages.
This is also relevant at level 3 if you need to salvage like.
I mean, like I think this card's an easy 2 of like if you need the utility, but not knowing what the rest of the set has in terms of level 0 utility, it's hard to say. Honestly, yeah. Go on.
So the salvage is better than the Star Wars like clock swap, but I still think it'd be better as a search. Like
yes,
strictly better because early game, your main search target, which is pretty much always going to be your 1-0 combo, is still in your deck, as opposed to being in your waiting room.
Unless you're milling a lot, which I don't think.
We're not milling a lot.
Yeah, I don't think the set has access to that much.
I think the deck also already has like a level 0 lineup besides this that you might not have room because you're on Runner, Riki, Brainstorm.
Okay.
The yellow level 3 combo, you have to be playing that level 0.
Okay, is that a beater or a utility?
Okay, for 2 or less stock.
Okay, it's a beater. That's good.
Then, otherwise, if you're on the like 5 attack wombo combo thing,
you're still playing.
You have to be playing the level 0 for that.
Yeah. So you're looking at
level 3 engine. You have to be playing the level 0 trance target.
Yes.
So you're already probably up to like 16 zeros even without this.
Like close to it, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is fighting for the basically the tech utility slots.
Yeah. It does have 2 utility effects on one card, which is pretty nice though. So.
Yes. Yeah. It's definitely a good card.
Yes.
Is it double R status? Do you think it's double R status?
Generally, I wouldn't say so.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right.
Like every time
I can see where they justify a utility effect on a bomb being double rare.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like as good as other double rares.
Yeah, because we're at the point where bombs really aren't that popular. I think in the metagame. I mean they're still good, but like I remember a long time ago, like people were running like 4. Like, upwards of 4 bombs in a deck, and that was like the standard. Nowadays, like you don't really see more than like 2.
Bombs used to be really good, but now like a 1-for-1 just isn't good enough.
Yeah,
like you're only ever playing a bomb if it has a good second effect.
Correct.
I do think that is relevant depending on your local meta. Like for how many bombs that you play. But I can agree that bombs are very much become a utility card where you fit it in if you have the room. If you don't have the room, you don't have to play it.
Yeah, like everybody's running runners now. Bombs aren't as good as
yeah. All right, let's head to the red double Rs. All right, here's where all the fun stuff comes in.
Oh my gosh.
All the double Rs are in no particular order, by the way. If you guys haven't already figured that out.
Oh yeah, they aren't. No.
So we're going to start off with the top left, the 1-0. It is plus 500 for each of your other characters.
During your own turn.
Yeah,
only.
during your own turn. And then climax combo on attack, pay 1, give this to another character on reverse salvage. Pretty standard. I think it combos with a gate, doesn't it?
No.
It combos with a stock soul?
So, pretty sure it's a stock soul.
I'll check,
Oh,
but
if only it was a
um,
gate.
It is a red stock soul.
yeah, it is confirmed red stock. So yep.
If only it was a gate. Actually,
Yes.
they've been printing a lot more of these. I think this is the first like version of this card that doesn't have a gate. I know the Decapa one has a gate. I know the one, the Elizabeth is a gate too, isn't it?
The ReZero one's a 2K one.
Is the ReZero one really a 2K one?
Yup.
The
Oh,
Kantai one is a stock soul. But the Kantai one doesn't have to reverse.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, this is Bushy Red.
I
Uh,
mean,
Seeing
it's
this
alright.
card, you're probably playing the tap to give 15.
Yeah,
So,
you definitely need that.
one reverse, the reverses you're getting. Like, you're definitely wanting to hit level 1 first.
Correct. And you're hoping that your opponent doesn't have runners at 0.
Well, you just play 3 of these, and then they could run away, and then you could set it up properly.
Yeah, that's correct, but you're still missing out on.
Well,
Okay, you
the
don't want to
issue
play
with
3
it,
of the. Like, the good part about this card is that you can just play 1 and you still get your
Yes.
get 2,
pluses.
yeah.
Because in the deck that plays this, you want your other cards to be, like, walls.
Yeah.
Mhm. The other good part about this effect is this card has like very interesting returns on it. So you can't play 3 copies of this card ever because the last one is absolutely fucking useless. You're paying 1 to salvage 1. Um,
Well, I mean, yeah.
so like, but this card does let you set up so that you could choose how you want to do your attack order. So you could attack. You could always attack with this card first or second. So it lets you pay out if you like trigger climax. You can pay out a stock when you attack with this card, which is really nice. And then you still guarantee 2 reverses. Uh, besides
But the
that,
thing is, you still have to, like. You need to be attacking with this first, I feel like. Well, maybe not. I
Yeah.
guess you could
No,
attack
not
with it
necessarily.
second.
You
but-
can attack with a
you
second.
could definitely attack with a second.
If you're sure that you can, like, you know exactly where you want your reverses to go.
Yeah.
you can attack with this. Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
All right. Brainstormer.
Still needing to reverse. Why does everything need to reverse in this set?
I mean,
Because Bushiroad found out that on attack combos are just kind of stupid and silly, and they want to make
That-
everything back to on reverse.
yeah, that
The
probably.
cards that deny reverse. Like Kamina, Ariri, Aaron. Like,
What?
Dragon Strike.
What? Entity is definitely Aaron is definitely the top end of this. Entity is pretty whatever.
They print Aaron, but they've also printed Kamina in this very set, and they printed Ariri right after.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
Bush.
reverse it.
Maybe the guys that Bushiroad were drunk when they made this set. You never know.
No, there's no way.
You never know. All right.
It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah. So Brainstormer, top right. All your Gurren Brigade characters with a marker gain 500 power, and just so you know, it's supposed to be with a marker, and Heart of the Cards has it with marker. So, and then it's taps off Salvage Brainstormer.
So yeah, with this kind of brainstormer, I really don't see a good case for the to be honest. Like, this is just so much better in most of the circumstances. Like, maybe at 0, like, your first brainstorm might be slightly worse because your targets are like not that great, but afterwards, like, generally speaking, I would take this any day.
Tap self Salvage Brainstormer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
Always
it's just really
relevant.
strong. It's all
Have
really-
self-salvage brainstorm with no other relevant effect, though.
I mean, I don't know what the rest of the set is like. Is there like a marker wall game in this?
Okay,
set?
so there's a marker wall game, but you're only playing it in the Wombo combo build, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that's fair.
Which we will see earlier. Well, it's not earlier, later. Which we will see very later.
I'm not to be a memer, but I actually do think that's like the better.
Oh, it's a decent game. It's a
the
decent
better
game.
game, yeah.
Um,
So,
All right.
it is definitely an option.
yep.
All right. We got our 3-2 Simon when he was a kid. It looks like. Come and play heal, and then climax combo, become a worse version of Sinon. So pay 1, discard a card.
You can just say Saya from Bang Dream. It's the exact same effect.
Yeah. Or
I
wait.
think so. No,
Is that
it's
what-
it's
no.
burn
No.
4. It's burn 4.
Saya gives herself power.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's Saya minus 1k. There we go. But
Oh man.
it's the same cost and the same,
Yeah,
same damage. Yeah. That's right. It's Saya minus 1k.
Worst version of Yukina. There we go.
I mean, no, you can't compare it like
Everything.
that.
No,
Yeah, but Same class,
it's
same
Saya
amount
that
of
doesn't gain the power on attack.
Yeah.
It's just on
Yeah.
reverse. Pay 1, ditch 1, deal 4.
yeah.
Is pay 1 and marker the 1/0 Kamina that
That's
was
yellow.
the other double rare.
Yeah.
The yellow one.
The yellow one.
Marker it
From memory.
Oh my.
Until the end of your
gosh.
opponent's turn. Until the end of your opponent's turn, you gain 2,500, and during this card's battle, your opponent cannot play backup from hand. Doesn't block events. It just blocks
The
backups.
backups.
I mean, this is garbage, right?
See what
This is
happens
just so
though?
bad.
So to gain enough power to effectively get your reverse, 2 and ditching 1 for the full thing, so you are actually just a worse Xenon.
Yes. That's
Two
so
ditch
bad.
1.
No, this card is just really bad.
Yes.
This
you're
card's
paid
pretty
2
bad.
ditch 1, but you have to reverse.
This card's pretty bad. It heals.
This card is actually
It also locks
really
you
bad.
into playing Kamina at level
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
and I'm not really sold on that card at this point.
Pretty
either,
sure
so-
that card's also pretty bad.
Yeah. Wow. This is really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the level 3 finisher of choice, by the way.
This is the most expensive card in the set.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Second most.
The most expensive, I think, the Brainstormer.
Ricky.
Oh, the Riki?
The Ricky is
The
more.
Ricky.
Yeah.
How is this set so garbage?
Do you know what's tied for second most expensive?
What is type?
The Brainstormer.
The level 1 Kamina.
Wait, really?
I-
My god!
Wow. How did Bushido drop the ball on this set like so hard? Wait. This is so
Designed
weird.
it back when Gurren Lagann aired.
Oh, probably. I mean,
Damn!
I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
This feels like a modern day Kisniver. I'm not joking when I say this.
1997.
Well, I mean, Kiss Never wasn't that long ago,
Kisniver was pretty bad.
and it wasn't that long ago. That's what I'm saying. Why are you saying
Well,
modern
Kisniver
day?
was
Kiss
like
Never's
2
pretty
years
modern.
ago. 2 or 3 years ago now.
No way.
Yeah.
It was a year and a half.
It was like a year and a half. There's no way it's more than 2 years, dude.
It's probably
It
The
is a
been
anime
year.
wasn't 2 years ago.
A half ago.
modern
Yeah,
day
the anime was
Kisniver.
the
'Cause
2016 anime.
yeah.
I don't know. I think Kisniver might be a better deck.
Oh god.
Uh,
That's
I mean,
savage.
haven't seen the rest of the set, but
There's
not
some
looking
decent
great.
cards in the set. There are some decent cards.
There are some really
Right.
cool cards in this
Yeah.
set. We'll get to them.
yeah, we'll get there. All right,
Uh,
next card. Next card.
All right.
Cool cards.
A 3/3, by the way. I'd actually it's a Gurren Lagann, I guess. It's like the Gurren Lagann robot or whatever.
Yeah, this is the first card that was spoiled, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Come and play. Choose 4 characters in your way. Put them up as markers. Climax combo.
Choose 4 cards.
Oh,
You
4
can marker.
cards.
You can marker climaxes.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
Up to you, dude.
Holy shit. And then climax combo, it gains the new keyword separate, and we will be talking about this on the next slide. Separate into Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, pay 2, discard 4 for the effect. Alright, we can't talk about this until we go to this slide. So,
Yeah.
Connor, do you want to go ahead and explain separate?
Sure. So the separate keyword basically reads at the end of the battle that this attacked, you can pay the cost. Choose the listed specific character from underneath and play it to stage. And then you move the rest of the cards to the old character under the new one as markers.
So, yeah. Basically...
Bushiroad has uploaded a video showing how it works in action.
Wait, who uploaded this video?
Bushido.
Like,
Bushiroad?
uploaded a video of a dude like going through the combo.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so
It's funny.
when it separates, it's not being played from hand, right? So it's a stage to stage thing, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So So
Really, though.
this
You
so this
can
3-2 doesn't heal when you separate
you
two.
can move to the same stage slot. So like you can attack in the middle with the 3-3, and then separate into the middle again.
Yes.
Solve
Or you could choose a different stage slot, right?
you can choose another one or the same one, but
Okay.
you won't, dude, since you have to finish resolving the effect before you would resolve overloaded slot on stage
I see.
in the same slot the entire time if you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
So okay. So let's go down the chain. It goes 3-3 to 3-2 to 2-1 to 1-0 to 0-0. So it goes down in
Yeah.
level and cost. So we're gonna start with the 3-2 that it changes into. So if there's no marker under it, it gains minus 3k power. It does not get the heal. If it does come from the separate effect, but generally it has a come play hand from hand heal. And then you could add a marker under it when this is played, right? From either as a marker or from hand.
No, just from hand.
Is it just from hand? Okay.
Yeah, because if you play it by separate, it already gets the other four
Yeah,
as
it
markers.
gets the other markers. Yeah, that's correct.
And then it separates. So
It only separates when it's played by the effect of the
effect.
3-3.
yep.
Correct.
Really sad. Makes me very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, you have to
I-
start all the way at the top to
Yeah.
get any
Yeah,
of the separate.
but
effects.
I feel like if you could just start like anywhere in the middle, it'd be a little strong.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Because then you could get like level 1
Yeah, you could just double swing at level 1 for no reason. So
Level
at level
1.
2 for no
Level
reason.
2.
yeah, it's,
Level 2.
uh-huh.
You could like double swing at level 1, triple swing at level 2.
Yeah, it's like, well, that's stupid. Yeah, so
Yeah.
So you have to go all the way to the top before you can gain any of the separate effects.
Yeah, but I think they should have gave it to the 3-2, not to the 2-1 or the 1-0, but at least
no,
the 3-2.
no, that's still really strong. You're paying one less stock, but you don't have to do the stupid pay 2 ditch 4, and
Spoiler
you're
alert!
still able to get 4 attacks.
Spoiler alert! The 3-3 will always come out for 2 stock anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changes
Well, I mean,
into it.
But yeah, I know of that, but I'm talking about the separate cost because it's
Oh man,
it's extraordinary.
this is such a meme. Okay, let's get to the next one. For some reason, this 2-1 loses 8,500 power when it does have a marker, when the 3-2 only loses 3k. And then it has when it comes in play, you could gain the marker, and then when it separates, when it's like separated into, you gain separate again. So it goes
What
into the
heck?
1-0.
These like these have like double marker choices and it's all to like different cards. So weird.
Yeah. The 1-0, same thing, minus power, and then gains marker, and then separates into the 0-0, which, if it has a marker, it gains 2,000 power. Come and play. You could top check if it's a Gurren, Brigade, or Cordial. You can put it under as a marker. And then on attack, it gains +1 soul if you have no other
You won.
characters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get reversed. So this could be very problematic depending on what you're playing against.
So the 3-3 for the combo to begin in the first place requires you to have no other characters on board besides it. So if you do this whole combo, the 0-0 at the end will have 2 soul.
Yeah. So this is pretty memey, if you ask me. But
So
sure.
another card. It's funny because I think it might actually be the like top end you want to play.
I agree
Stimulus
actually.
stage.
I think it's the best.
God. There
So,
are
a
clock
card-
shooters.
A card we didn't put on here that is kind of part of this combo. 4,000. It gives all of your other Gurren characters that have markers plus 1,500 power.
That's pretty good.
Act. Rest this card to choose the 2-1 that's part of this combo and give it +1 soul.
Okay,
Has-
that's actually really good.
Act climax combo.
Uh-huh.
3 characters on your stage and send them to waiting room to grab the climax for the 3-3 from your waiting room and put it in hand.
What?
Yeah.
It's how you sack off your board.
That's really good.
Yeah, you can use it to empty your board to set up for the level 3.
Mhm.
Oh wow, that's actually very impressive.
Yeah. I wish I knew about that. I would have added that onto this, but it's okay.
The other card that kind of goes with this is a 3/2. Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah. I'm
It
just.
is assist.
Oh, go ahead.
Your Gurren characters in front of this get plus 2,500 power.
Oh.
Play, salvage a Gurren character, and beginning of climax phase to your hand to choose the 3/3 from your hand and play it to stage.
It's not bad.
Play it, salvage the 3/3, and then change into the 3/3.
Yeah.
And you effectively get your 3/3 down for 2 stock instead of 3.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually just want to add an extra note. So apparently the 2/1, the 2/1 can marker the 1/0 that's shown on the screen right now, or it can marker the 1/0 double rare red that we talked about on the last slide, just part of the level 1 climax combo.
Yes.
That's actually pretty relevant too. So it kind of, because this deck seems to be a deck that wants to not use a lot of stock but still be able to feel a lot of hand. And the other red level 1 combo is pretty good for that.
Yes.
There are some like cool ways that you can build stock in this deck though, and we're gonna get to those. I still think this is such a freaking meme that like, because look at how many slots this thing takes.
Oh.
This thing takes up. You have to play.
Takes up slots for good cards that like fit your game plan.
Yeah.
Like it's a bunch of oversizes, and you have a 1/0 2K backup to protect them.
Yes, the 1065 markers the brainstormer as well. And the brainstormer on the field will give the 1/0 500 power. So it's a 107k. That's super solid.
Yeah, but don't forget, this
2K
does
counter.
like it does kind of like lock you into playing these marker cards as well.
I mean, that's fine.
Right, but they're all cards that go towards your game. Like they're cards that you would be playing anyway on this game plan.
Yeah, right. And marker cards in general are very strong just because they give you the added ability of like managing your compression just a little bit better when you're going into refresh. So I just think it's just generally pluses all around.
Like the 2/1, like once you hit level 2, if you field the 2/1 and the 2/1 global, you have like 2/1 12Ks on board.
Yeah, like what the heck?
Counter protecting them.
And they're swinging for 2 soul.
I believe,
least
yeah, if you
one
have
of-
the
at
assist,
least
right?
one of
At
them
least
is.
one of it.
Well,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't play more than one of these things technically. I don't think it's. Well, I mean, maybe 2, but probably like
You can
not
play 2.
3.
Not 3.
Yeah, not 3.
Yeah.
But I'd probably play like 2 at most. One of these, just protect it. Yeah, I think that's really strong.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like people would play this because this doesn't require a climax combo. At least I don't believe it does. Does it? I don't remember.
The level 3 climax combo. The 3/3.
Level 3 does.
The 3 does the climax. Oh, so it requires a climax combo to go down.
It's a
Yeah, it requires climax combo.
Okay, let's go back.
But you get the climax from the 2/1.
Yeah,
So
yeah, the 2/1 sacks your board to get the
good
climax.
climax.
yeah, so you basically have
All right. Yeah.
There's a card that we'll talk about probably on the next slide, I think. That since the 2/1 sacks 3, 3/3, or the 3/2 if you're gonna change is your 4th slot, and there's a card on the next page that can go in the 5th slot. The sort of like
All right.
Alright.
full combo thing.
Yeah, let's go to the next page and we can talk about it.
All right. So this is
Next page.
the
Oh,
some
not
of
on
the
this
other.
page. Go to the next one. It's not on here.
You want to go to the next one right away? Okay.
Just go to the next one. We can come back to this page afterward.
All right.
Here it
There you
is.
go.
Okay, it's the dude on the left.
Yes. Okay, I see it.
The red
It's
one.
a 0/0. On play from hand, card of your deck. If it's level 2 or higher, put it into your stock. This is super relevant because you're
Like
playing
half your
like
deck.
3 different level 3s and
Yeah,
at
it's-
least 2 or 3 different level 2s.
It's like a ton of your deck. Yeah.
A lot of targets for this. And then the other fact is when you play a climax, card to your hand to give a character 2,000 power.
Oh, hello,
It can-
Kuroko. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be on your board, and then remove itself when you play the climax, so that your 3/3s combo can resolve.
No,
Yeah.
that's really good.
This card's pretty good.
Noteworthy
Yeah.
is
'Cause
that you can play this at level 1 to like pump your reverse dudes,
Yeah. In the back row,
and then
because your back row,
the back row
once
your
you hit
reverse
level 2,
dudes.
you want to play the 2/1 anyway, so you don't want to be playing another card in your back row.
But
just
since
wanna
you're
have
like
brainstorm like
playing since you're playing this and bouncing it over and over again, you get like multiple checks at getting stock.
Yeah, that's ridiculous too.
I don't know.
And when you
Nuts.
bounce this to your hand on the final turn, you can also ditch it as part of the
Yep.
the separate cost.
You think
Yeah.
it's one of the better? You think it's the best
think-
version of a bounce to hand?
No, Kuroko's still the best.
Kuroko, right? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Like,
but this is probably second.
oh my god, yeah, this card when they revealed, so this never got revealed until people were opening packs like early.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
This card, I was like, my mind just exploded. I was like, this is
Yeah.
not okay. Like,
I mean, like,
I think this is like actually just one of the best cards in the set.
This
thing's
is.
crazy.
if you think that Kuroko single-handedly makes Railgun like from like really bad to like probably top tier right now, like this card has the same like potential.
No, I think Toma does that pretty well with Kuroko, but we could go into that later in a different video.
I'm just saying I really appreciate like these bounce effects that give 2K just because it allows you to have a lot more control over what your board slate looks like. Especially if you have like a 2-1 back row. I think it's the most relevant if you have a 2-1 or like a 1-0 back row that you don't want to play early. And so this has like a spot you can fit. Yeah.
Right.
I think these bounce back cards also make like tap 2 brainstormers just a little bit better because you don't have to, because these will always come back to your
Yes.
hand. So you could just tap this as your brainstormer and you know it's going to come back in your hand. It's not going to stay rest in
Yeah.
the back. So
That's true. Wow, that's this combo like totally fits together, and yeah. But actually, so now that we're going to this point, so because this card is like a really solid utility card, this basically outs the green 0/0 for your last slots at 0. Like if you're
Yes.
playing this deck, right? So I think this is the point that Connor was bringing up too. Is just like you just don't have that much room at 0 for like cards like like that green 0/0. It's just not worth it.
all right, let's go back to the back page and let's talk about some of these cards that we like decided to skip over. We're starting off with this 3/2 Nia. It's global 1500. It's come and play top chick X. X equals the number of characters on your board, and it's rest self. Send a character from your waiting room to memory, if you have 2 or less cards in your memory, which can be relevant
Wait,
if you are playing
why
the
would you
Simon
need
build.
this?
If you're playing the Simon build.
Sure. You do this
I mean-
for when you don't get to resolve your combo
Yes.
at level 1.
Yes.
Really? Is that seriously how it works?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so yeah,
garbage.
if your Kamina's, if you don't get the Kamina combo off at level 1, send them to memory for Simon's effect.
Yes.
Is that the only reason this card exists? That's terrible.
There are other cards that you
If
can
there's no
send to
other
memory.
memory synergies, there's like
No
That's
other memory
garbage.
synergies in the set.
that's garbage. Wow. Wait, hold on. Just entertain me for a moment. You know what would have been really cool for this card? If this didn't restrict character, and this set had one of those stupid events that like cost a crap ton, but they do something stupid in your memory.
Cool.
That'd be like a lot more like interesting. Like Kimono Friends has like that 1/1 bus.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
When it's a memory, it's like global 1K, right? Yeah.
And
I
Sword
think
Art,
they
Sword
messed
Art
up.
has the one that gives like
Oh, the Yui card, right? Yeah.
the Yui card. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then Miku has freaking that janky event. The when
Whenever you play a
climax.
climax, you get the
Yeah,
stock.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, yeah. They totally could have done something for that with this. Like, I think they just that's like a huge
I
missed
don't know why they
opportunity,
didn't do that.
right? It's whatever.
All right, let's go to the 2/1 next. Climax combo. You sack this card to play the 3/2, the TD 3/2 actually. That is currently under
that's
it.
a TD one, okay.
From your hand for free, and that character gets no backup for the turn. So I guess the idea behind it is that this 3/2 will get to come out early. The 3/2. Let me say the 3/2 effect really quickly. The 3/2 effect is
Wait,
come and play.
Merge?
Yeah,
It's not okay. So it's not merge.
It's change, right?
it's
Or
change.
It is trance.
Oh
change.
my god, I totally forgot about
Is
this.
it the same trance
this green-
as?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes, it is.
This green 2/1. The combo plays him from hand. Draw 2 ditch 1 because he's coming from hand on the green. There's also a red level 2 that trances into him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Analogy now, boys.
Heatology ain't special anymore.
wait.
Like the same exact keyword as Henology. I don't know why they translated it as merge.
But it's
trance.
it's functionally different.
This
Even
2/1 specifically is a change.
It is not. It is not. It is not. There is a 2/1 that is on play. Choose up to 2 copies of the 3/2 from your waiting room and put them on the bottom of your deck. Act. Choose
an
this and a
actual
specific
trance.
0
Oh,
and trans. Yes.
wow. Okay, that's. I
Oh,
think
God.
I think it's funny how since Henology comes first, they translate this as trance. But imagine if this came first and the keyword was gatai, and then when Henology comes out, instead of calling it trance, they just call it freaking gatai.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so it does. There is a trance into this. That's interesting.
The 3/2 is draw 2, discard 1, and then pay 1, discard 1 on reverse of the battle opponent. You burn 1. Your opponent burns 1.
Honestly, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good for a TD card. It's quite good for a
Yeah,
TD
you
card.
could just play 3 of these, like no climax combo, and just 3
Burn
instances
times,
of damage and then burn 3 times. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can also play the 2/1 or the 3/2 Yoko early play
Onto
with
this.
Onto
and
that,
give it
right? Yeah.
and give it extra copies of
Yeah.
pay 1 ditch 1 burn 1 like all on a single reverse.
Yeah.
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 In the trial deck, a 3/2 event counter. With this trial deck 3/2, it's 3/2 event counter. Choose one of this specific 3/2 that is in battle,
Yes.
and it gains 3,500 power and the following ability
just,
until
just
end of turn.
3k. Just 3k.
Okay, and the following ability until end of turn. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, deal 4 damage.
That's pretty
It's
great.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
If only something could stop events. Attack on Titan.
Nothing stops events in this set. They just stop back up.
Yeah.
This is so sad, man. Like if I was playing this deck, I would be so scared to go into a tournament and sing an Attack on Titan player. I would be freaked out.
I mean, again, if you're creative and if this deck has enough options, like you can totally like build an advantage engine that doesn't rely on reversing.
Oh yeah, but
Well, this is all of your top end.
this is your actual
Well, no,
all your top
Wait,
end.
wait. But this on reverse effect is continuous, right? So
Yeah,
so,
it's both
yes.
players' turns. It's both players'
yeah,
turns.
so you can just not reverse on your turn and just wait for your opponent to attack into it.
But
Really relevant if you bring him out at level 2,
yeah.
because
Right.
it's probably hard for them to kill it.
Yeah, so I'm saying like that's why like this is better than better than you think it is because of that counter because you have 102k counters. You just play this, you don't try to reverse or anything. And you only pay the cost once you reverse too, so it's not like you can pay the cost and miss.
Oh no, I
So,
think
yeah,
I think the card is
No, it's
good.
okay, yeah.
I just wish that they gave like it says no backup and event because if I'm like not only does it not get over Attack on Titan, it doesn't get over Little Buster's money counter, it doesn't get over Takapo money counter, it doesn't
but
get
you
over
still
TLR money counter. There's
But again, you still kill whatever's coming out, right? And
at level 3 this thing won't be able to get over. Is like at level 2 sure.
You have
Right.
you have global 1,500
Yeah, you have
and
global
2,500
15.
assist. You have 2,500
How
assist.
are you gonna build like 12 stock?
what?
If you want to play
don't
3
need
of
that
this, you
much
want to
stuff.
pay 1 each time. You gotta discard. You're gonna have like no hand.
Wait, hold up. You can start your attack step with 0 stock and still burn 3 times, Neil.
I know that, but like you're gonna have like
You only
hand
need
at the end of this.
You only need 8 stock if you want the back row 3-2. I don't see what your point is.
I just wish they gave it no events
You're not
as
gonna
well.
have no hand. Each of these cards replaces themselves.
I
You'll start your
just
hand.
I just wish that they gave these cards no event as well.
No, I don't think that's like necessarily like a problem, or it could technically be too strong. Like I think it's fine with like the no backup, because all you care is that these characters stay on field so that your opponent has a harder time of attacking back into you. The backup allows you to guarantee that these cards, generally speaking, will stay on field, because we don't really have that many like event counters that give power, except for like the most relevant one is rewrites. But then as long as these things are on field, your opponent just has a much harder time like dealing with them on their turn, which is I think the more important point of this card. Yeah.
All right, let's move on because
Wait, there's one more card on this slide.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next card.
Yeah.
Global 5, and then when you level up, it is Z3. It's Z3, right?
It's like the two Z3s got merged into one.
No, guys, it's the freaking American Beaver from Kimono Friends. Like,
Yes,
there's an exact same card. Don't compare it to a card that's not the same. There's actually
Kimono has this exact perfect.
So
by the way, it's a rare in Kimono Friends. Just
it's a common in the set.
It's a common.
Yes, I know. It's a rare in Kimono Friends. Okay. I bought. Freaking feels bad.
Pay 2 level up search. Pretty relevant card. It's gonna be a decent card.
I don't like it.
It's probably not relevant, but it's neat.
I mean, it's a card that does things, but like you probably have stock issues in this set.
What if you're trying to build a pure Nia deck? It's so relevant. No, just kidding. This card is this card searches 3 times, and then after that, it's absolutely useless.
Yeah.
So at least Z, like the Contai one. The Contai one gave you power every turn, and it gave you a lot of power. This thing is no.
People use Contai for Star synergy, and also Contai just builds a lot of stock, like at 0 and 1 too. So it's not a dead.
Kimono could build enough stock to use it.
No, Kimono can't. Not if you want to play the Rikis.
It can if you're playing Raccoon.
Oh god.
Oh.
What about the owl?
No, screw Owl.
Got second at Worlds.
The Owl build?
Owl build got second at Worlds?
Raccoon.
Raccoon
build.
Raccoon build? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I think Raccoon's a lot better.
Alright. I remember during WGP all the hype was around Owl.
No, Owl's just a high roll deck, but we're not talking about Kimono Friends right now. We're talking about Gurren Lagann.
Alright. So we already did the red 0-0. Let's skip that.
Yeah.
Let's go to this 1-0. It is come and play top check. If it's level 0 lower, you can put it into your stock. Climaxes do count for this effect. And then pay 1, clock this. Summon the 2-2 from your hand. The 2-2 is assist 1500. And whenever you use an event, give one of your characters 1k for the turn. And it activates up to once per turn. So, Connor, you wanted me to put this on. Explain why you think this is relevant.
We're talking about the
1-0.
The 1-0? Okay.
1-0.
This card, in the, probably you're playing this in the marker deck if you're playing this at all. Just bring out a, like, really, really giant dude.
I mean, I see this and I just think Wind Trigger.
Yes, okay. That's the issue.
Right.
Is that Wind Triggers destroy you.
This card.
I mean, Wind Triggers are like... It's not half of the Japanese meta game anymore, where it used to be, but it's still like a good like 20%, I think.
Well, Wind Triggers is probably more than 20% now.
No, I think it's 20%.
No, I think it's a little more than that, especially after like some of the newer sets come out.
It right now. TLR, which nobody in Japan plays. Nobody in Japan plays Wind in AOT.
Oh my god, Krista's why.
That's true.
Krista, why?
We're not in Japan right now, though. We're in America. A lot of players play Wind.
Okay, so AOT, which is
SAO?
Not incredibly represented.
SAO plays it.
If you're playing yellow on SAO, you're playing...
I don't even think yellow plays it at post-ordinal scale.
After post-ordinal scale, I don't know.
Probably playing like the 2K one or something.
Let's be real. Like nobody knows what's going on post-ordinal scale.
I don't think you're playing Wind in that deck.
Okay.
TLR.
Konosuba potentially.
Konosuba definitely plays it. Everyone at our locals has been playing yellow mainly, and they always play wind. There's
Yeah.
been one guy that played magic, and he played the Mega Man clock kick combo, and was very sad when he found out that he can't clock kick when they have untargetable. So
Yeah.
I mean, let's see.
He'd probably
here.
play a wind.
What else is a
So
relevant?
Lovery
trigger?
plays wind.
Saikono is coming out. That's gonna play wind most likely.
Okay.
Currently it looks like that level 1 combo is wind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
on
So that's
Saikano.
what I'm saying. It's like not that big of a like a.
I actually think not to play a level 1 combo.
Does Kimono Friends play wind?
But
No. If you
not-
play Shimakaze, but not many people are doing that.
yeah, that's not the popular
I mean,
thing.
Yeah, it's not
thing right
popular.
now.
It's not terrible, but it's not popular.
All right.
Book is the more popular one.
Sunshine. Do they play wind? I actually don't know about that one.
Play
don't.
like 8-door or 4-door 4 pants, or like stock soul pants, or
Oh.
2 soul pants, or
Yeah.
It's not bad either. All right. So get wind
So the
triggered
point
and
is,
cry.
it's-
That's the answer here.
Again, so it's not that much, Neil. All right,
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
definitely not over 20%, but I would still say like a give or take 20. Like,
hurts you if you do this and get winded.
yeah.
Though, okay, so you're paying 1 and taking a damage.
Well, you're not.
And
Well, technically, if you hit the stock effect, you're not paying anything.
just taking a damage and negging a hand.
Well, I mean, you don't. Oh, do you? Oh, yeah, you neg a hand.
You neg a hand.
Actually, the neg hand is. Ooh, I'm not sure about that
No,
neg hand though.
This turns your 1-0s into like 1-0 like
9Ks.
8-5.
I still
Yeah.
get hit by bombs.
This is true.
I mean,
Speaking of bombs, we do have a bomb.
oh shoot, that segue.
2-1-13-5s.
I guess I think the power is relevant, but again, like if you want to get this consistently, you're not just running these as like singletons. So you're gonna have to like dedicate like more deck
Yeah.
space for this,
I
then I
just-
think it's worth it.
Mentioning that it exists.
I think it's fair, yeah. I think it's fair to like know that this exists, and I think if you're like really spicy, you run this as like a 2-1, 2 of the level 1, 1 of the level 2, and just like freaking high roll the hell out of your opponent like when you get it, and then just not doing it if you never get it, which I think is still fine because the 2-2 is still a check for the 0-0. So
Yeah.
yeah, actually, yeah. Well, Connor, what do you think about that? Like just having like 2-1 as your ratio, just like 3 deck spaces for this?
I think that's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see that. That's pretty spicy, but I think it's doable.
All right. Speaking of bombs that we talked about earlier, we have a stock bomb on the top right. It's a cost 0 stock bomb. That's all I have to say.
I mean,
Like, they've been making a lot more cost 0 bombs lately. Konosuba got one, from what I remember.
so generally speaking, they make cost 0 bombs for stock and clock, and if it's level, it's or sorry, if it's red, if it's just like a reverse, it's a level base.
So this is, yeah.
Mhm.
On level 1.
It's
Um,
okay. I think it's
and-
good with the 1-0 red double rare combo because you just give this the on reverse effect. Wait.
Because
No, you don't reverse.
Oh, you don't
if this
reverse.
gets
Never mind.
reversed.
Oh, that sucks. Never mind. It's
No,
good.
so I think in English you just play 4 of this.
Oh well, yeah.
This set's coming out in English. I totally forgot about this.
Oh yeah, it's
Confirmed for English.
Confirmed for English? Sad days. Sad
Wow,
days.
But yeah, in English you just play 4. It's fine.
Yeah, sad days.
Otherwise, I'm not sure you're playing this guy. Like, unless everyone in your meta is playing like on reverse 1-0 combos or something.
Yeah, basically.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah, just English basically.
And with this, probably feels like so good.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's
your
good to know
opponent-
that it exists in the set.
Yeah, it's
You have the
just like
option.
it's just a cool card design that they've been, I think, neglecting lately, and then
Not really.
recently they've started bringing back. Like,
Not really, dude. Have you ever played Alchemist? That
oh
freaking
my
one-
god!
one-
So
zero
there are a number of cost 0 clock bombs.
Yeah,
This and Konosuba are actually the first two cost 0
they're
stock
stock
bombs.
bombs.
I mean, stock bombs and clock bombs are like functionally costed at least the same. I mean, they're a little bit different in terms of how it affects your opponent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stock's usually better, I think.
stock
I
is probably
agree.
the best. In
Yeah.
all honesty, yeah, but I'm just kind of happy that they're like bringing this type of this type of effect back for like stock bombs now instead of clock bombs.
Are you sure you should like this is the thing to be happy about? I'd be happy if Bushido actually finally makes good game design choices, like for once.
But that'll
Oh
never
my
happen.
God.
We all know this. So
Oh my god.
so
You're like taking these small wins, and I'm like, come on.
yeah, that's never gonna happen. Sorry, man.
Uh,
Let's go to our last card though. 0035. I don't know the characters' names because I don't know the series. Sorry. You cannot play events or backups from hand, and then pay one to choose
To force?
to like
No.
to choose one of
No,
your
it's
Gurren-
a field swap.
It's a field
It's a
swap.
swap for yourself.
It's a field swap. Pay one
Why
to
you
choose
have
one of
to
your
pay
characters and
one?
swap them and stand them. That's
I don't like-
hilarious.
No,
What
I
you
don't
do-
like it.
When you don't draw 3 of the stock bomb, you field this in your other slots so that Aaron always has to attack into your stock
Stock
Oh,
bomb.
that's
bomb.
hilarious.
Yep.
Actually, it's pretty funny.
It's on a level 0, which is why I thought that would be like just, like really cool effect.
Okay, so on the far right we have the English memes column, right? It's like
yeah.
playable in
it's a
English
3-5.
question mark.
It's a 3/5 as well, so at level 0, it can be like a pay 1 plus kind of, I guess.
Kind of. It's probably not worth it. They'll just side.
Okay,
And lose the character they were gonna kill before.
so
Oh, maybe.
what do you guys think of the set as a whole? I think I already know, and I think
Wait,
you guys
are we
already
done?
know. I think I already
Honestly,
know what you
yeah.
guys are gonna say.
Wait, we haven't looked at blue yet.
Blue is the army deck. We decided not to put it
Blue?
in here.
Blue
Oh,
has
we're not
about
talking
10
about that.
cards. It's
Yeah, I
it's
know.
all army cards.
I mean, is it viable? Or are there like? How does
One
it work?
backup. If it had a level 1 backup, it might be viable.
Okay.
There are 2 potentially relevant cards that I'll go ahead and read right now.
Yeah.
One of them is a 2/155.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-spiral characters get plus 1,000. And at the beginning of either player's climax phase,
Mhm.
if all of your characters are anti-spiral, put all characters that are a higher level than their own level on the bottom of their deck.
Yo. That's freaking dank, dude.
But it requires your whole board to be anti-spiral, so it only works in the mono blue deck.
Yep.
Yeah, but it doesn't require like a full board. It just requires all your characters
All of your
to be right.
characters, yes.
Mhm.
So you could just so good. Wait, this card is insane. Is there like a tap +1 level on your opponent's side of the field in this set?
No, there's not.
Dude, they missed out. Okay.
Okay, so the other card, 2 event counter.
Okay.
Choose opponent's characters that are not in battle and
Yes.
exchange their positions as stand.
Oh, so you could just like swap a back row up.
Your opponent fields like 2 Xenons or whatever.
Yeah.
And they swing with the first one, you counter, and you swap their other Xenon with their like brainstorm.
Oh yeah. Wait.
So then they attack with a brainstorm and don't get to attack
That's
with Xenon to burn you.
hilarious. You know that's great.
That's
You know,
pretty
this card's
funny.
great.
It's pretty cool.
Wait,
Yes.
Wait, this is so good. Like when did Army ever get like this hot of utility? Like never. What?
The issue is that the rest of the deck, your army card is a level 0 bottom deck bomb. So it stops being useless past level 0.
Well, I mean that's most Army.
Only 500 power.
Uh
Game is a 107k, but you don't have any backups to protect it.
huh.
10245 is a 1025 that gains 4/5 by marking the army card on play.
Okay.
So you also cannot encore it.
I mean, you can just run the 2K backup, right? Technically, or does it check for
Backup,
Daiguren?
the 2k backup checks for Daiguren.
Is there a 1/5 backup in this set or in the TD?
There is a 1/5 backup in the TD,
That's fine. That's all you need.
but on trait if it's relevant.
I mean, just never play it.
Your 2/1 is it's a 2/145 that gains 6k if you marker the army card, yeah.
Yeah.
um backup that to the 2/1 that markers the army card at
Okay.
climax phase.
Ooh.
It's just
Okay.
sack itself to play the other 2/1 from waiting room. So it's a neutral on like
It's a
stock and
neutral, yeah.
everything.
Well, that's pretty good. That's like it's fine. And then what are the what's the 0 0 and the 3 2?
So um the rare 0/0 is
Oh, tap to brainstorm.
play the climax. You can discard one to to summon 2 of the army card from waiting room to stage,
Okay.
and pay 1 tap to brainstorm 4 for each army. No,
If there is an army card in there.
it's if you hit the army card, you search for an anti-spiral
Okay,
and add it to hand. So you can only hit once.
I mean that's fine. For army decks, that's actually generally better because you just want the consistency, not the.
Yeah. The other 0/0 is on play, reveal top. If it's anti-spiral, add to hand, discard. Next bounce to hand, give 2k.
Okay. And then what about the 3 2?
And the 3/2 is on play, heal. Climax combo, on attack, pay 1, discard 1. Okay, mill 3, look at the top X cards of your opponent's deck. Choose up to X of them and put them in the waiting room. Put the rest on top, or put the rest back in their deck and shuffle to the number of the army card that you mill plus 2.
+2.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Checking 5 to pull climaxes out. And you can do it 3 times if you play 3 of the dude.
Wait. No. Oh. All right. How do you evaluate army decks, Connor? I'm just curious. Like,
It generally just depends on how well they can keep hand.
yeah, I actually think it's all about hand and how consistent they can push damage. Just because yeah.
If you're playing backups to keep your stuff around, you're not really keeping hand too effectively in this deck.
Yeah.
And your brainstorm can only hit once, so your pay 1 plus 1.
Only one per turn too, because it's a tap two.
Search a backup with your brainstorm.
You can't.
Arrow
Yeah.
trait backups.
Yeah, you can't. There are no. Well,
other than the 2/1, you can search the 2/1.
You can 2/1, yeah. But you can't search a 1/0 if you need it. Yeah, and I don't see how this army deck can keep up in damage.
But if you win board, then you get direct attacks.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to win board. But otherwise, because that 3-2, like, if the game plan goes smoothly, if you're on par on damage when you hit that 3-2, like that's pretty close to lethal. Because your opponent's just not gonna cancel. Ideally, I mean. I think this would have been better if both their triggers, the climax triggers, were plus triggers.
I think this would have been better if the advantage combo was better advantage.
Yeah, that's also true too. It's very weak advantage, and it doesn't.
It summons things
board
to field that you don't want on your field.
Yeah, it's so weak in terms of that. I mean, I guess it's good at 0, but afterwards it's like not good. A waste. After Chain Chronicles, I thought Bushido had gotten better at designing army decks, but I guess not.
But most of them still just aren't quite good enough.
Cough, cough. I forgot its name. Dang it.
The Axis cult deck is neat.
It's okay.
Shimigamis. There it is. The Shimigamis. The Shimigami army deck.
From what?
I forgot its name. Kyokai Arena.
That's before Chain Chronicle.
Yeah, I know. Great. Still $10 for some reason.
Shrugs.
Still $10.
Okay. All right. So I
think as a whole the set is very functional, but not. Like your top end ends up basically being like Xenon, like in terms of like damage and resource numbers.
Mm.
Except you like actually instantly lose if your opponent plays like a memory kick counter or something.
Your
Yeah.
opponent cannot play backups. Remember,
Anything stop backups
if they
on the
play
three
events.
three?
Oh no, not the 3-3. I'm thinking of the 3-2, the Simon, the burn 4,
Oh,
because he says in on.
the 3-3.
Oh, okay.
Like your damage numbers and resource are basically the same as Switch or Xenon. But if
Hmm.
your opponent plays a memory kick counter, you just lose because then you can't resolve like parade effects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Mm.
that
Yeah,
that
that's
really
like.
sucks. Uh, I
I mean, you can
do.
always just side the first
You
character.
can side. You can side.
Yes.
Yeah. So
The
if
I
you're
wish
worried,
maybe if the 3-3 had like an extra soul or something.
is
Uh,
it two soul
it's
or
two
three
soul.
soul?
It's two soul.
That's only two soul. What the heck? Okay.
Yeah, I thought I should get an extra soul. But
It's
Mm.
11-5 power.
yeah,
And it's so the climax is a gate, right? So it's
So
yeah.
everything that you summon like off of it the entire time is getting the plus soul.
Plus one soul.
yeah. So it's 12-5, and then if you bounce the 0-0 to hand, it's 14-5. I mean, it's still pretty good. Like your opponent has to have 11-5 base before the memory counter in order
Yeah.
for it to.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think it's still pretty decent.
I personally think the set is a little underwhelming. Uh, I think that Bushiro is trying to set it up so that they can make another set for this. I think they're just waiting to see how much money the set brings in first. I don't know how popular Gurren Lagann is, but from what I was told, it's very popular. Not just in Japan, but in the States as well. It's really popular. So, uh, I think Bushiro's just trying to milk their money before they get another set out for this set. Like Gochiusa. Gochiusa felt underwhelming like this on the first set as well. And then,
I mean, this is so much better than Gochusa on set one release.
yeah,
Gochusa set one had nothing.
yeah. But like they're just trying to milk out the set money, and then they'll plan for a new set release for it. That's what I think, at least. Um, Sam, your thoughts?
I think I think this set punishes players who want to net deck and build like your standard like what every other like
Mhm.
competitive set is able to do right now, like Sword Art and stuff like that. Just like that advantage level 1 where you field all three and you attack with climax. The burn or whatever finisher level 3 where you field all three and you attack with climax. Like
Mhm.
the easy stuff like that. I think this set doesn't allow you to do that. But in terms of just like overall effects, I think it's still strong. I mean, you have a Riki, you have a runner, right? We didn't talk about
Yeah.
the runner,
I
but you
think
have
you
a
do.
runner,
I think you do.
Trial deck is a free runner.
Yeah.
free runner, right? I mean, I don't like free runners that much, but I mean, like looking at this set, it looks like you have like two pretty easy top ends to work with. You have like the meme combo, which again we've we spent a lot of time talking about
We
that.
spent a lot of time talking about that
And,
combo. Yeah.
and I think generally, like we think it's very doable, and it's
Mhm.
like it's fairly strong, and you have a lot of and I think the most rewarding part of that is you get like a consistent wall game for like the rest of the from level 0 on
Mhm.
Yeah.
with the good brainstorm and a lot of like good utility effects. Um, and then I think the other deck you could just run is the TD level 3. You just like jam like 4 of that guy, a few of the Yoko, a few of the Nia back row level 3, like tricolor it kind of, but like loose green splash.
Mhm.
And then you just play like a really vanilla but like strong field game.
Mhm.
Cause like again, that level 3 is so good on your opponent's turn. It's like not even that good
Yeah.
on your own turn. Like, cause like your opponent can do stupid stuff to like get around it, but on your opponent's turn, your opponent just feels so bad attacking. Like attack order is just so bad for them.
Mhm.
I think that's just like very few decks can threaten your opponents like that on their turn, which is huge.
All right. So if you had to give the set a rating, what would you give it from 1 to 10? Connor.
Maybe 6.5.
Sam.
I can't really think in terms of that kind of number, but yeah, I mean like I could compare it to like another set.
Uh. Uh. Okay. What's
not
like
like
the
a
what's
number.
what was like the worst set that we've had in like the last 3 years? That was so
What's the
garbage.
closest set you compare it to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the closest set I would compare it to would actually probably be like Chain Chronicle.
Uh,
I don't think it's quite as good as Chain Chronicle,
I
but
I
think
don't
Chain
think it's
Chronicle's
as
much
good.
better.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good, but I just think in terms of like the like relying on effects that are more creative or like less standard than like your typical, I think it's similar in that regard. I mean, Chain Chronicle is like really strong, like vanilla as well, but
I think it's like just a little bit, well, probably a lot better than Kisniver was when that came out.
no, the Kisniver is garbage. It's
I think
not
this
even,
is like
not a fair
way
comparison.
better than Kisniver, but
Yeah,
it
it's a lot
feels like the
better.
same release or it feels like the opposite, where Kisniver was really hyped up on the cards that were shown, and then it was absolute garbage. This is more like this set. A lot of people think is really bad, in a sense, but it could be
yeah,
much
it's
better.
probably fine. I think
Yeah,
it's actually gonna be like good in English. Like,
No, this will definitely be playably good in English.
this will be much better in English. You don't have to face half the shit that you do in Japanese, so
Wait, this set has a clock kick.
it
yeah,
does have a clock kick,
does.
but since when were clock kicks relevant? Like,
I
seen
mean,
anymore?
when your other level 3 options are on reverse, it's about the same, you know.
Like, would I go on reverse burn 4 or would I go on reverse clock kick? Or would I go on reverse burn 1? It's like, those
I mean,
are.
clock kick is technically better. For guaranteed damage.
I guess it depends on your situation.
It depends,
um,
yeah. I would have
yeah.
a mix. You could have a mix if you want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But, like, overall, I think this set is just currently underwhelming. And it will get better. I am.
But I will say the issue with the clock kick is that in order to gain clock kick, you have to on play top check a green character.
Yes.
Oh, that's hot garbage. Never mind.
That changed fast.
Yes.
What?
Better hope you top check Ricky, buddy.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I think the set is like around a 6 as well. I think Bushiroad knows that it made the set much worse than people expected it to be. At least the top end. The level 1 combos are like whatever. That's almost every other set has an on reverse combo, and currently only 2 sets deny on reverse combos properly. So, or 1 set and then going to be 2 sets. So, I think
I think it's 2 sets including this.
no, I think it's 3 sets then. So if you're including this, it'll be this. I think Bang Dream has a. If you've read Mike
Oh,
Chang's.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you read Mike Chang's like post about the 1-0 Remy, I think Bang Dream has a very good setup against this to stop on reverse combos, and I think AOT just destroys this deck entirely. I think the second you face AOT with this deck, you're probably gonna cry. So, but otherwise, I just think Bushiroad is getting ready for another set release. They want people's money. It's their 10th anniversary. You know, I think this is the year they release like 20 more sets than every other year because of how much money they want and what the anniversary is. All right. So do you guys have any shoutouts?
Wait, hang on.
Oh.
I'm still figuring something out really quick. Is there any reason we didn't talk about the 3-0 green counter?
Um,
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it's particularly.
That's the one that gives -3 soul, right? To a character, and then it lets
Yeah,
you
and it also
stock 2.
stacks. You also can stack 2 characters.
You get the stock 2, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cost is to stack 2 characters, which is relevant.
It requires you to have 4 or more cards in your clock, and to be at level 3.
Yeah.
A little sketch.
You'd
Like,
probably be dead by that point.
Wait.
If you're gonna
well,
sack, so you're gonna play it. You're gonna sack 2. You're gonna give -3 soul to one of your opponent's characters, and then you're just gonna take damage and die. Like, you're gonna remove one attack.
No. The idea is that this is like the card that can save you from dying on the turn. Like, obviously, you don't play this when you start when your opponent's attack phase starts and you're at 3-4 and you play. No, you play this when your
You get
opponent
hit to
starts
3-4.
you
Four.
get hit to 3-4 and you play this card. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the idea, obviously.
I don't know, man. With how many untargetable cards there are right now, like, I just don't know. I think there's a lot of untargetables.
Worth the deck space for the like super niche use it has, but maybe.
Because it also salvages the 3-2 event that burns 4 on Encore step.
Huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the
That
3-0.
card. See, I actually that card, the Giga Drill Break.
Yeah, Giga Drill. So I'm saying like this 3-0 event can also salvage Giga Drill Break. Which
Giga Drill Break.
well, okay, so Giga Drill Break is choose one of your characters, with
Your Gurren Lagann
or the
King Kitan.
King Kitan, and it gets at the beginning of your Encore phase. If card is in your front, is in your front, you can deal 4 damage to your opponent, which is pretty good. See, this is the way I think about the 3-0 event, right? So like you can have it where like you get hit to 3-4, your opponent has 2 attacks left. On the second attack you attack, or on the second and third attack you like -3 soul to live, or it's your turn, you're at like 3-3 or something, and you're deciding whether or not you want to clock. You clock yourself to 3-4, and this card can either become 2 stock or become Giga Drill Break, like on your turn, so you can go for the final push. I think it's fine if you're running, if you're already running Giga Drill Break, like, I think it's, or like if you're playing that.
I guess that's fair.
Right?
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Shoutouts, because we've gone on for about 2 hours.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. I was still trying to figure out this deck.
No
this
problem.
set out
Connor, shoutouts.
Connor, you go first. Yeah.
Strictly Broken, as always. Check out Strictly Broken TCG, I think it is, on YouTube. We do videos. Anyways. Shout out to my boy Riaz for winning Worlds, because he's good or something.
Connor did not say this earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, that was off the tape. You can't mention it.
All right.
And I think that's about it.
Sam?
I don't know. Shout outs to our locals, I guess. And so, shout outs to JKTCG for single-handedly defining the English market. I think that's just really cool. I've got
one more actually. Shout out to Bushiroad for delaying the deck I was going to play in Houston until after Houston.
Wow.
P5?
Bang Dream.
Oh, they delayed it?
Wait, they delayed it for... Wait, really?
Yeah, it got pushed from April to July. And
Oh!
June.
I can't play in an English tournament anymore. Oh no!
Oh yeah. It feels bad for you guys. Luckily, I'm a judge, and I know
for that.
I guess I have to buy AOT now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Wow, that's pretty hilarious.
That sucks.
What? Isn't P5 out? Just play P5.
I need to buy P5 then.
I'm gonna play AOT for Atlanta, Bang Dream for Houston.
Oh, I see. Wait,
I'm just
that's
gonna play
trios,
AOT
right?
for both, I guess.
That's trios, right?
That's trios.
Yeah. What's the rest of your squad bringing? Sword Art, Attack
Atlanta for Atlanta. I think we're gonna be Sword Art, AOT, Kantai.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Abyssals.
Okay,
man.
never mind. What?
Oh,
And himself, Rudra Ghoshal.
Sure. All right. Anyways,
Alright, my turn.
thanks, Richard.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, Sam, you want to finish up before I go?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so shout outs to you guys for joining me on this video, helping me create content. Shout out to, like, all of our locals and the people that continuously help me improve. And then shout outs to the viewers who I hope will like and subscribe. Also, shout outs to Strictly Broken. I know Yue, he's a cool dude, kind of.
Kind of.
Debatable.
Debatable,
Dubious.
because he loves anime, so.
Whoa, calm down there.
But yeah, if you want to check out more Connor's content, I will have a link in the description below. And besides that, I want to thank you guys all for